Hello, Gillian Topa. My name is Greg Courage Pa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Topo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this?
A pleasant good morning to you, a pleasant good afternoon to you, a pleasant good evening to you, wherever you are watching us from, due to your geographical location. Welcome to Focal Online TV. Welcome to the daily edition of Inside the Print Media. Here with your presenter, Greg Courage Park. And this morning is such an amazing one to be here on Monday. That happens to be December 11, 2023, after a long weekend. And my sincere compliments to you out there, to all of our viewers watching Focal Online TV, wishes you a prosperous new year and a Merry Christmas. So we say Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year to you as we go through this festival season. Please don't forget to share love. Please don't forget to be more human as it relates to our Savior, who has been characterized to be born this month of December. December brings joy. December brings a lot of good things to us, and I'm hoping that good tidings can flow your way come this December and the next year to come, 2024. So, of course, I am your presenter here, and I'm here this morning to bring to you information related to our country, Liberia. Remember, this is Focal Online TV. This is where we bring innovation to broadcasting. So, firstly, my mood swing have changed this morning, listening to the news or reading the news from the news website as it relates to Big Bribey Liberia, Big Brother Liberia, Big Bribey Liberia, one of his former winner of that show, and her name is Shibu Brown. Looking at the incident that occurred over the weekend with her mother is kind of devastating. Let me just say that it's terrible, and we will talk about that more. But I mean, it changes my mood this morning when I got to know that Chibu mother was beaten badly because she was accused of being a rogue or motorbike rogue or a motorbike thief. So I mean, it's something that is so bad, and these things need to stop in our country. We ought to grow, and since we are talking about growth, the little things we overlook sometimes it leads to bigger things. These things that we overlook are things that lead to bigger things. Why should I be confronted? Did you vote for CDC or UP? And if I just try to smuggle you and like I don't want to talk about it, pass my way, and you accuse me of being a motorbike road from the story, and then I was beaten, not just beaten, but I was thrown with rocks. I was beaten with whole lot of instruments that I can't remember right now. And then I was sexually harassed. Let me say that. She was sexually harassed. She was abused. I mean, looking at people using different, I mean, putting paper and everything on a lady, showing her picture. I mean, this thing needs to stop in our country. The issue of you beating people, it needs to stop, because sometimes the people can be the ones who are in that situation. Yes, they are thief. We agree they are thief. You catch them in the act. But then, if the law didn't say that you are the one to announce that they are thief, the police officers are the ones to say these people are thief, and they will go through the right punishment with the law. But in so doing, if you catch the person in the act and you do not turn them over to the police, then you take the law into your hands and you are held accountable. You are held accountable. Females were there on the spot. I did not watch the video. A colleague of mine this morning, I did not watch the video. I told her I never wanted to watch the video. But a colleague of mine brought it to my attention and she was like, did you watch the video? And I told her, no, I don't even want to watch it because it's kind of bad. Even me, my mother, looking at my mother, look at the situation she was in this morning, looking at her mother, who maybe she's not the type of person who can even ride motorbike often. She's somebody who goes to the market to go buy their food for the week and comes back. Maybe she have avoided to ride motorbike because of the way these children ride motorbike nowadays. And looking at her mother being beaten this morning, I'm really, really shocked, and my heart goes to tribute this morning. I'm really, really in prayers with her that she can be able to recover and her mother can get back on her feet again. So, on behalf of Focal Online TV, we express our deepest sympathy. We are sending sympathy to you, Shibu, and we pray that your mother can get healed smoothly and everything will go right, because it's now an easier one for her. Coming back to face another one, seeing your video on social media and all of those things is not easy. But however, folks, this is what happening in our country, Liberia, and we need to do away with this thing. They call mob justice. Yes, we need to do away with it, and we need to. Whenever there's an issue with someone stealing from you, and you caught the person, you took your things to them, please protect the person. Let the police or let the law reveal. Please, or let the law prevail. Do not go and start beating. Yes, sometimes these people come to our house, they come with knife and other things. That particular situation of them bouncing into your house, coming with knife and other stuff, okay, yes, you can, like, self-defense. But now wherein you caught them in the act, they did not harm you, they came to take your things and they are going, you call rope. Yes, people come around the community and they try to hit them, then they try to do those terrible things to them. These things are not good, because sometimes you might just mistaken someone for someone, and this is what happened. Partly because the woman had tattoos on her, the woman had piercing, the woman had maybe anger chain or something. You said she looked like someone, so that's the reason why she got beaten and she got sexually harassed. She got abused during the course of this weekend. This is very terrible, and I suddenly I turned my back towards that. It needs to start in our country, Liberia. It needs to start. We demand justice for that lady. She deserves it, and you cannot go ahead and beat someone up like that, or because she was mistaken by someone. So we hope and pray that she can firstly recover while we take on these actions with the Lord. So we send out our message to Chibu. Be strong, Mama. It's not easy for you as well. So yes, folks, let's dive into our news for today. We have from the Daily Observer newspaper. Of course, it's our first point. So U.S. government nips Koji in the bud. The Office of the Foreign Assets Control of the United States Treasury has sanctioned Monrovia City Mayor Jefferson Kochi and Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change (CDC). The sanctioning of Kochi, which coincides with the upcoming 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, was imposed due to his alleged involvement in the human rights abuse. Koji has been accused of instigating violence and controlling pre-military style organizations associated with the CDC. According to OFCA, these groups, which allegedly include former combatants and recently released prisoners, have been involved in violently violently disrupting demonstrations and opposition activities by government critics. Today, OFAC designated Jefferson Koji, who is the mayor of Monrovia, Liberia, and is a senior leader in the Congress of Democratic Change (CDC) political party. The Treasury Department's OFAC announcement released December 8 said Koji has a reputation for stoking violence and has a powerful grip on Monrovia's youth. He controls pre-military style organization associated with the CDC, which allegedly recruits former combatants and recently released prisoners. OFAC has reason to believe that Koji has instructed these organizations to violently disrupt demonstrations conducted by government critics or political opposition. Moreover, Koji has been implicated in several instances of violence, including opposition rallies, memorial services, protest students, graduation ceremonies, and other opposition events. Additionally, he has been accused of engaging in corrupt practices such as bribery and misappropriation of state assets for personal political gain. OFAC sanctioned Koji under Executive Order 13818, specifically targeting serious human rights abuses and corruption. As a result of today's action, OFAC said all property and interests in property of the designated persons described above that are in the United States or in the possession or control of U.S. persons are blocked and must be reported to OFAC. In addition, any entities that are owned directly or indirectly, individually or in the aggregated 50% or more by one or more blocked person are also blocked, unless authorized by a general or specific lesson issued by OFAC or exempt OFAC regulations generally prohibit all transaction by U.S. person or within or transiting the United States that involve any property or interest in property of designated or otherwise blocked persons. In addition, financial institutions and other persons that engage in certain transactions or activities which the sanctioned entities and individuals may expose themselves to sanction such or be subject to an enforcement action. The prohibitions include the making of any contribution or provision of funds, goods, or services prior to or for the benefit of any designated person, or the receipt of any contribution or provision of funds, goods, or services from any such person. In an apparent response to the U.S. sanction, Koji expressed his unwavering loyalty to the Coalition for Democratic Change and its Blue Revolution. Taking to social media, his post on social media, Facebook, reassuring his supporters that all is well and emphasizing his commitment to serving the Liberian people. This is from the Daily Observer newspaper. Of course, CDC General Secretary. He happens to be Jefferson Kochi, has been sanctioned by the U.S. government, and therefore, any other engagement he has as it relates to finances or other interests are called to a position of cease due to some other engagements, and they are asking 50% or more. And you also, if you are functioning as an entity or organization and you have linked with Jefferson Koji, you have to also, in order to function, you have to receive a clear, a clear paper from the OFAC department of the U.S. government, that is the American embassy, so that you can be able to function 50%. They said 50% upward. And I'll just re-emphasize on that. As a result of today's action of a sale or property and interest in property of the designated person described above that are in the United States or in the possession of or control of US. So if he has property in the US, it's gonna be seized, and if he has, it's gonna be person organization will be blocked as well. So that is that person of interest too as well. So if you have his children there, it's another one too for them as well. So they are kindly asking all citizens of America and that of Nigeria to be informed about these things and about these actions. So yeah, let's move over quickly to all of our viewers watching Kill London so far. Famata Jula Babe Willie. She's following from Patrick Patrick. Kaylin Sofa is following. And Ma Benu Queen, she needs justice as we are calling on Liberia government. Please take this serious. If you haven't taken any case serious, this should be taken very seriously. Thanks to you, Ma Benu Queen. And then we have Molly K. Way. She said, following from my slum community. Thanks to you, Molly. Thanks to all of you joining us this morning. So, folks, let's get another one from the Daily Observer newspaper. Daily Observer newspaper says House of Representatives declares Finance Minister wanted. House of Representatives declares Finance Minister wanted. The House of Representatives has issued an order for Finance Minister Samuel Twer to be arrested as a wanted person and brought before the body. This decision came after the minister failed to comply with two contempt charges presented by the lawmakers. To enforce their claim against Minister Twer, the preliminary or the primary of the House of the lower house instructed the acting sergeant at arms, Morris Gibson, to apprehend the minister. Gibson was instructed to seek assistance from any law enforcement agency in the country to ensure Twer's arrest and appearance before the House. The House made its decision after the finance minister failed to appear for a second time in response to contempt charges. Instead, he sent a letter of excuse citing illness and requested Deputy Finance Minister for Fiscal Affairs Samora Wodokoli to appear as his proxy. The House dismissed this excuse and ordered the arrest of Minister Twer, resulting in a 4-hour recess for the sergeant at arms and staff to carry out the order. However, after the recess, the acting sergeant at arms reported to the plenary of the could not execute the mandate due to Twer's absence at work and residence. Wow. In light of this report, Norfolk County District Number 1 Representative Francis Umaline proposed a motion to declare Finance Minister Twer wanted. Honorable Speaker, co-presiding and colleagues, I move, if I could obtain a second, that all communication be sent to the Finance Minister from the office of our Chief Clerk, that he appear here on Thursday at 10 a.m. with his lawyer to show reason why he should not be held in contempt. Humalin said, seeking a second to his motion. Contempt of legislature shall consist of action which obstruct the legislative function or which obstruct or impede members or officers of the legislature in the discharge of their legislative duties. It is punishable by a fine of not more than 5,000 United States dollars or imprisonment in a common jail for not more than 1 month or the duration of the current session of the House after a hearing consistent with due process of law. Decisions rendered from contempt charges are not appealable. The House Rule Number 4 states. The House plenary took the decision Tuesday after the Finance Development Planning Minister failed to honor another citation from the body to appear along with his principal deputies in continuation of deliberation of national issues of concern. It is important to note that on the previous Tuesday, the House of Representatives summoned Finance Minister Samuel Tuet to explain the reasons for his repeated excuse absence. The proposal was to address the issue of 4 months arrears in benefit. The House plenary made this decision when the minister failed to honor the citation, along with his principal deputies, to discuss matters of national concern. So this is from the Daily Observer newspaper. House of Representatives declared finance minister wanted. Why? He had refused to come to the House of Representatives or to the House of Legislature, the lower House of Legislature, as instructed on 2 occasions. The first time he sent proxy, Samora Wadakoli, and the second time he failed, he said because of illness, and he gave a lot of excuses. So the House, someone moved a motion, and that person is Humaline. He moved a motion. He moved a motion that Samuel Twe be brought forth as wanted, and because of this, a sergeant or armed sergeant was given this authority to send out this communication and get few other arms, few other people, few other officers involved in this situation. So this motion was moved and seconded. And just so you know that Honorable Speaker co-presiding in police, he moved that motion. Humali, Representative Humali moved that motion. And this particular star of summits were not appearing to the Capitol building is not something of today. It's something that usually occur, and then because of this particular situation, contempt of legislature, this particular situation consists of action which obstruct the legislature function. So because of this, he could be fined 5,000 and also an imprisonment in a common jail. So these are things that follow after. So I think there's a need for him to just appear to the Capitol building to the lower house of legislature. Let him discuss trending issues that will benefit our country, Liberia. So yes, Emmanuel Tia Jr. I'm following from Bishop Little Memorial Institute. Thanks for joining us. And Orlando Kroma, thank you ever so much for your hard work. Thanks to you, Orlando. Kind of make use of Focal Online TV. We have something cool coming up for you guys. All of our viewers who constantly follow our shows here, we have something good coming up for you guys. We don't know, and so we want you to be informed about that. So keep following us on our platform here. So we move quickly to the New Dawn newspaper. New Dawn saying law school dean decries lack of salary payment for law professor. Law school dean decries lack of salary payment for law professor. The dean of the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law at the University of Liberia, Dr. Jala A. Babu, has decried the lack of salary payment and wages of professor at the institution for more than a year plus by the government of Liberia. Councillor Babu lamented the lack of salary for law professors during a brief remark at the Liberian National Bar Association (LNBA) program on Friday, 8th December 2023 in Ganta City, Nimba County. Dean Babu said for approximately 1 year plus, some professors at the law school have been teaching and impacting knowledge without being paid salaries by the government and the universities. According to him, despite not being paid, these professors, in the midst of such challenges, execute their duties with integrity and effectiveness, saying they should be extolled and congratulated for that. Let me inform you that most of our professors at the Louis Arthur Graham School of Law at the University of Liberia have not been paid for more than a year at the University of Liberia, said Councillor Babu. Yet they are making the sacrifice. This is not an easy thing to do, and so I want you all to kindly join me and congratulate and thank them for the job they are doing and immense sacrifices they are making, Dr. Babu added. Over the weekend, hundreds of lawyers, including law professors, students, as well as members of the diplomatic community, converged in Ganta of the LNBA convention. During the program, the ambassador of Cameroon to Liberia and doyen of the diplomatic corps, Ben Yala Augustine Gang, delivered an inspiring and comprehensive keynote address at the occasion. So this is from the New Dawn newspaper. The law school in our country, Liberia, is called the Louis Arthur School of Law, and for 1 year plus now, the law school dean cries that there have been a delay of salary. Salary payment for law professors has been delayed. They have not been paid their money. Not even delayed, but they have not been paid their money. So he congratulated all of the professors there for their patience, and he's calling on government to do something about this issue. New Down say NEC, National Election Commission, certificated incoming lawmakers. NEC certificated incoming lawmakers. So the National Election Commission has certificated 73 winners out of 88 winners of the 10 October 2023 legislative election. The commission held the certification ceremony Friday, 8 December 2023 at the EJS Ministerial Complex in Concord Town. During the program, NEC chairperson Madam Devietta Brown Lasana said the commission was certificating winners of the senatorial and representative election held in the 15 political subdivisions of Liberia. The NEC board said the winners of the 14 November 2023 presidential runoff election will be certificated at a later date. She said the winner of the presidential runoff has officially informed the commission of his absence from the country. Madam Brown Lasana said the remaining 15 winners of the representative and senatorial election will be certificated following the completion of cases arising from the conduct of the election. On behalf of the commission, Madam Brown Lasana thanked the government of Liberia for its unwavering and sustained support of the electoral process. We now move quickly to Front Page Africa. Woman stripped naked, mocked in bright lights after being accused of stealing motorbikes. Dede Simmons, a victim of a butcher mob action in bright light, is reportedly undergoing medical attention in Accra, Ghana. She was reportedly mistaken for someone who has been stealing motorbikes. The disturbing video obtained by Front Page Africa shows Simmons being trampled on by several men while at the same time mercilessly beaten after stripping her naked in the crowded market area. In the video, a man is seen trying to force her to open her legs while she was already naked, but she lay there helplessly as she was beaten continuously all over her body. The Liberia National Police says it is investigating the incident to bring the perpetrators to book. The victim is reportedly the mother of the Triple Brown, the first winner of the Big Brother Liberia reality show. In a Facebook post, Triple explained that her mother had gone to Rye Light Market on Saturday, November 9 to buy their weekly food when she was engaged by two Zoko who asked her which political party she voted for. She reportedly snubbed them and told them that her vote is her secret. However, they began to call her motorbike wolf, which prompted others to come on the scene and begin to mock her. So this is a case with Triple Brown mother. Just so you know, her name is Dede Simmons, and she has been taken to Accra for medical attention. So there's a need for us to continue to pray along with Triple and encourage her. It's not an easy one. So the news says she was beaten. She was beaten. Firstly, when she went out the market, according to Triple, she was confronted by two disadvantaged youth. They asked her which political party she voted for, and she smoked them and passed. But then when she smoked, she just didn't answer and passed. And then immediately they called her motorbike wolf, and people came along and beat her And then in the story, it says that she was mercilessly beaten after stripping her stark naked in the crowded market area. In the video, a man is seen trying to force her to open her legs while she was already naked. So that was just it. That's just it. So this is actually bad. This brings me to a place of sorrow. This is actually bad. Looking at someone mother or because you mistake her for someone else. This is terrible. We need to stop this. Young men, we need to stop this. It could be your sister. This issue is almost like rape issue. You looking at your brother being beaten all because he was unidentified or he was mistaken. I mean, this needs to stop. It could be someone from you. It could be your immediate relative. It could be your uncle, your sister. Why should you beat a lady all because she was accused falsely? You did not know. Yes, she's a motorbike group. Let's take for instance she is. Why should you beat her? Why should you beat her because she stole motorbike? Let the law prevail. You are not the one to announce someone being a criminal. If someone is a criminal, that is something that is being alleged. She is being accused. Tell her to the police station. Let the police tell you, yes, for sure, this woman is a criminal. This is why you should do. This is why you should do. They have law to govern all of these things. For beating someone, then you come out to say it's a mistaken incident. It's so bad. You guys need to stop. And those who were involved into this, me, I don't want to watch the video, but those who were involved into this particular situation, they must face justice. They must face justice, and that's all I have to say for this issue. Tribute, I'm in line with everything you want to do. Once it's in line with our constitution, it's in line with our law. Tribute, you have my support. I'm gonna support you to the fullest that your mother have justice. This could be my mother. This could be my mother. This could be. Imagine if for any reason negatively, tribute mother doesn't come back again alive. What if the woman lose her life? What will you say? How should we going to live with this memory that her mother was beaten? I mean, do you so? I mean, people need to think before taking action, certain actions, especially when it have to do with violence. People need to think about that. So that is for that, and I pray and hope that she will mother have the justice she deserves and that she gets better soon while she is away in Ghana, Accra. So what's inside the Funani US 30 million investment? This is interesting. The issue of granting incentives to the Funani Brothers Incorporated regarding an agreement for the development of a palm oil refinery involving a 30 million long-term incentive agreement spanning 15 years in compliance with Liberia's revenue laws is turning head as the Liberian Senate recently weighed in on the matter. As part of the plan, the company is investing in an agro oil production plant in the industrial park. The investment sees is the investment size, is approximately USD 30 million. The company hopes to buy crude palm oil (CPO) from local farmers and plantations in Liberia. One of the key concerns is whether the company intends to farm themselves. According to the agreement, the company has no intentions of doing so because they do not want to compete against farmers. Rather, they want to create a direct market for farmers in Liberia. If at any point in time they cannot get up to 60% of the needed supply of CPO, they will work with the Ministry of Agriculture remedy to remedy the situation with the affected groups of farmers. Also give the government credit for improving the manufacturing sector and breaking the monopoly system that has existed over the years. We have seen the monopoly even in the cement sector that existed for over 60 years being broken. Now you have about four cement factories in Liberia. The passage of the Fulani Investment Agreement is expected to boost farmers in their labor will now directly be realized without having to suffer because of limited resources which could not allow them to export their products from or before getting money from the same. During a recent appearance before the Senate Committees on Judiciary and Concession, Mr. Molly Wheeler Gray, the chairman of the National Investment Commission, explained that the investment once retapped by the legislature created or create 25 direct jobs and 50 indirect jobs. So this is what is happening in the newspaper of Front Page Africa. Here is the story. What inside of Nani US 30 million investment? So Nani 30 million investment, what is inside? They want to bring up a company in our country like Liberia investing in agro oil production plants. The investment size is approximately 30 billion USD. The company hopes to buy crude palm oil from local farmers and plantations owners in Liberia. So that is for that, and they aim not to produce their not to make red oil, but they aim to purchase red oil from local farmers in our country like Nigeria. So this is it. This is the situation we have from the Front Page Africa newspaper. Folks, Hot Pepper says Representative-elect Flomo vows to promote agriculture, rural connectivity, and others. First of its kind for me to see our representative of District Number 13, Edward Papi Flomo, to be speaking to our fellow Liberians and on a social platform or on the media because he's someone who is afraid of the mark. Let me just say that. So Edward Papi Flomo said or he vowed to promote agriculture, rural connectivity, and others. Wow. I beg him more. Let him start from New Georgia. New Georgia Estate Road is within his district. When he starts from New Georgia Estate Road connectivity, he goes to his place where he stay, battery factory. When he gets through from there, it's gonna be a plus for him. Then he can come over to the national scene where we have single roads that need their patching and other stuff. It will be good enough. But let him start firstly from his side. Let him start from battery factory. He can come to New Georgia Estate and other places to do that. We will very, very be grateful. Please. The long awaited mooning of citizens of Grand Bassa County District Number 4 may be addressed by the 55th National Legislature as their representative elect Alfred H. Flomo has promised to address agriculture and rural connectivity. Okay, so they say Alfred and our news is saying elect elect Flomo, yes. Okay, so it's not Edward Papi Flomo. So it's Alfred H. Flomo. That was mistaken. So thanks, sorry folks, that was mistaken and it needs to be corrected. Representative elect Flomo vows to promote agriculture. So the representative elect is Alfred H. Flomo. He hails from Grand Bassa County, District Number 4. So he has promised to address agriculture and rural connectivity and others. So this is a good one. I don't know him in person, but he's part of our legislature now. So he's part of the legislative body. So all respect to him, Representative elect Flomo vows to promote agriculture and rural connectivity in Grand Bassa County District Number 4. And so I was actually laughing at Edward Papi Flomo because he's someone who doesn't come to the media. He's afraid of the media, firstly. And people are taking on these things. He will not say something of such because he knows the situation we face within our district here, district number 13. And I'm sitting on his case because these things needs to be handled. The road leading to your house is not even paved. The road leading to New Georgia Estate is not even paved. From New Georgia Junction to New Georgia Estate is deplorable. So there's a need for him to talk about these things so we can lash at him and he can take effect. He can become effective when it comes to these things. So this is for this folks. This is our news for today. International news said freed hostages mark Hanukkah. Thank you for returning us. Released hostages join members of an Israeli community devastated in the October 7 Hamas attack to mark Hanukkah. So there were freed hostages. There were freed hostages who returned. And all thanks to those who participated. You all know the issue with the Hamas and the Israelis. So yes, there's a need for us to be informed about these things. Thanks to you guys so much for joining us this morning. It's a pleasure to be here, and I feel grateful every time to inform you about the situation within our country Nigeria. Please don't forget this is the festive season, and Foca Online TV is wishing you a happy or Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year to you here on Foca Online TV. This is a festive season. This is Christmas. We encourage you to share love. We encourage you to share with others. At least let no one go hungry this Christmas season. Share what you have with others. Share the joy that Christmas brings to you. And it's our fervent prayer as Christians that good tidings will come your way come 2024. So, folks, thanks for joining us this morning. My name is Rekina Courage Choir, and this is how I wrap up things here in studio. I love you, and of course, I'm going to be back tomorrow, hopefully, God's willing, to inform you about the happiness within our country like you. Thanks for watching. I love you, and let's call this a day.
Hello there, my name is K. Lyndon Togba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information